to show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the Mattel Batman Missions Electro Power Batman. This is sort of the more kiddie line in Batman action figures. They are 6-inch, but they cost $9.99 and are found at most retail stores. I mostly get this line to supplement the multiverse line. The accessories and vehicles work wonderfully with them. This is one of 4 figures in the 3rd assortment they're releasing. There's also Nightwing, Bane, and Two-Face that are in stores right now. Let's go ahead and check out the packaging. First of all, we got Batman here. He comes with, looks like 2 probably Electro swords and removable mask and an armor that appears like it'll be removable. We'll find that out shortly. You can see, of course, the Batman logo at the top here. We've got Batman 80 years. 2019 is Batman's 80th anniversary. It looks like Mattel is celebrating a little bit. Batman Electro Power Batman. Absolutely nothing on any of the sides. On the back, they actually got rid of the checklist that shows you the other figures. I kind of find that annoying. Back here you can see Bane, Electro Batman, and Nightwing fighting each other. Alright, well let's check this guy out and see how awesome he is. Although he's one of those endless bat variants, I don't expect him to be very awesome. And of course I did get 2 of this guy. One to open and one to keep unopened so I can keep my complete collection of Batman Mission figures up to date. As you can see below, I have the entire line, both open and unopened. I always collect 6 and 7-inch Batman figures in the unopened package. So from the very top to the bottom, from left to right, we first got the Cannon Attack Batmobile. Next, the Batman and Robin vs. Bane 3-pack. I believe this will be the only multi-pack from this line. Next, we've got the 2 deluxe figures, the only 2 they've made so far. Airpower Batman and Airpower Joker. Next, we've got Airpower Batman and Batcycle. And then starts the basic line. All the rest of these figures are $9.99 basic variety. We've got Simply Batman, then Stealth Glider Batman, and then just Robin, the Joker, and Harley Quinn. Those there are the initial assortment when they first launched the line. Those are the ones they released. Next, Series 2 would be looking at Night Jumper Batman, and then Sonar Suit Batman, and then the Riddler and Batgirl. That was the 2nd assortment they released. And the 3rd assortment is out right now, and that includes Electro Power Batman, Nightwing, Bane, and Two-Face. If there's anybody I'm missing from this collection, please post it below. I would be extremely interested to find out. Alright, well now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories in their entirety. Looks like he doesn't come with a whole lot. The armor is removable. Got his helmet and then 2 swords. So let's check out the figure real quick. Pretty basic. Suit does have some detailing on it. Nothing too impressive going on here. He's one of the less desirable bat variants. They had some kind of regular looking Batmans which appeal to me quite a bit more than this kind of guy. So let's take a look at his accessories. He's got this armor. It's made from kind of a rubbery material. It can move, bend, open up to fit on top of him. And that's how he came in the package. These little straps here, kind of like seat belts from an action figure car, sort of just fit inside of here. Then you can kind of pull them past these little notches to secure it into place. Same thing on the other side, of course. Then he's got his armor on. His helmet actually functioning, working, will fit on top of the figure. And honestly, looks pretty cool. Then he's got his swords. I don't know if they're supposed to be Electro swords or whatnot. Of course, they're going to be able to fit into either hand. And then here's the guy with his swords in his hand. Swords look okay, not bad. Got a little notch up here. The handles, I like it. The only thing I don't like is these little pegs that fit into his armor, so you can only holster them when wearing his armor. But they kind of ruin the entire look of the swords. I would have much rather not had that on there. Of course, you can also holster them onto his back, like so. Pretty easy. Fits in there nice and sturdy. So of course when he's not currently using what I assume are his Electro swords, they can be stashed in the back like so. So next on the agenda, let's check out the height of this figure. Once again, these are Batman Mission figures, not to be confused with multiverse figures. Multiverse figures typically run about 6.5 inches tall. These guys are still the 6-inch scale. I do like the fact that the line that's not for adult collectors, kind of aimed at more casual collectors or kiddos, is a 6-inch scale now. It used to be 5 inches, 5 points of articulation. I love that they're 6 inches so they can kind of mesh with the other collection. So this guy here, from top to bottom, looks like he's sitting at, with the top of the ears, about 6 inches even, and without them, probably about 5 7/8 inches. Next, let's check out this guy's articulation. I will probably end up leaving him on my shelf, displayed like this with no armor on, so I can put his armor into my Bat Armory, or Applied Sciences, where Lucius Fox makes Batman's weapons. So his articulation, his head, of course it can turn around. Can it go up and down? Yeah, it can a little bit. Here's it as far up as it can go, and it does go down a little bit. His shoulders, they're on kind of a ball joint. They really only got this far, which is pretty sad. And they can go up and down and around. You can kind of see the joint mechanism inside of there. Then his elbows, not double jointed, they can go about 90 degrees, but they do have a swivel in addition to that. Then his wrists, they can go around, and they have no swivel. Actually, they do. I can see it in there. That's pretty cool. Waist articulation, pretty standard. His hips, they do not go out. They only go forward and back. Forward this much, back really not at all. Knees, single jointed. There is a swivel here as well. And then absolutely nothing going on the ankle. So kind of weak accessories, kind of weak articulation, but this is less than $10 for the figure, so you get what you pay for. Here he is next to a couple of the regular looking Batman suited figures from the Batman Missions line. And here he is next to all of the different Batman figures from the Batman Missions line. There are a total of 8 of them so far, all a little bit different. Here he is compared to the entire Batman Missions line in its entirety. Absolutely all the figures out of the package. And here's a slightly better aerial shot showing all the figures, all the Batmans, all the sidekicks, and all the villains. Here he is compared to a couple of Batmans from the Power Attack line. This is another sort of basic 6-inch line that was at retail stores for a similar price point as the Batman Mission figures. Here he is next to a couple of Batmans from the Total Heroes DC line. Once again, these were a similarly scaled and priced figure. And then here he is compared to a couple of Batman vs. Superman basic figures. And once again, a similar price point scale and articulation scheme. And then here he is next to a couple of the basic Batman figures from the Justice League line, pretty much identical to the Batman vs. Superman figures and very similar to the Batman Missions figures. Here he is compared to another basic Justice League Batman. I believe this one to be a Walmart exclusive. This was in a 2-pack that came with a blue Parademon. Just wanted to compare the two helmets and give Mattel props for not reusing the sculpt. This helmet here, of course, it can come off. This helmet here can also come off. And they are different helmets, different sculpts. Kind of surprised Mattel would do that, although these are completely different lines. Take the helmet from Justice League, and it fits just fine on this guy. You would have thought they would use the same helmet and just repainted it. So good job, Mattel. Here he is compared to some DC Universe Classics and Multiverse Batman figures. As you can see, they're a tiny bit taller than him, but they do scale up pretty nicely. They're probably less than a 1/4 inch difference. And of course, this Batman does fit in both the vehicles from this line just fine. They are 6-inch vehicles, which will accommodate your Multiverse DC Universe Classics figures. Fits in Batmobile, absolutely no problem clearance-wise. And of course, he fits onto the Batcycle just fine as well. And just a reminder, they do fit with your DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures pretty much perfectly, these two vehicles. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty decent figure for what it is. It's a good value for your buck. For a $9 to $10 figure, it comes with okay detail, okay accessories, and okay articulation. For my collecting purposes, I would probably give the figure something like a 5.5, maybe a 6 out of 10, just because it's subpar compared to the majority of what's in my collection. But I knew what I was getting when I purchased this figure. That being considered, it's pretty good value for what it is. The majority of why I collect the Batman Missions figures is for the vehicles, which are absolutely fantastic for your multiverse figures, and some accessories can enhance your other figures. I'm also a completist when it comes to 6 and 7-inch Batman figures. This is D Hunter. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, press like below. If you have anything to say about the video, post it below in the comment section. If you want to see additional videos from me, press subscribe. Once again, thank you for watching. This is D Hunter. I'll talk to you guys real soon.